Good morning, gamers. It's me, TheTrevorTurtle, back with a brand new video. It's been a while since we've done a good old gaming news. So today we're doing gaming news. Yeah, I've actually changed the white balance so it actually looks a little better than usual too. So round of applause for me, everybody. So first off, we have to talk about the very obvious thing that happened this week with Blizzard and Hearthstone. I actually just started playing a little bit more Hearthstone recently, just because I've been so bored. Basically what happened is, with the Hong Kong protests that are going on in China, a player dressed up wearing like a gas mask and everything that protesters would wear, and he basically said that he supported the Hong Kong protesters. Now Blizzard, this player, I believe is dang it, I did write his name down, but this player, he won he won a tournament, and so he was supposed to get prize money and everything, and Blizzard said that basically if someone says something that's bad for their reputation, bad for their company, they can take all the prize winnings away and suspend that player or whatever. So he was basically banned from playing in tournaments for right now. He lost all of his prize money, and Blizzard's under a lot of fire. There's a new hashtag going around, the hashtag Boycott Blizzard is going around. A lot of people are saying boycott Blizzard. Actually, I've seen a lot of people who have given up their subscriptions to Blizzard because of this. Now, usually when something like this happens, we see a huge reaction because there's a large amount of people. That does not mean that everybody's in it. It's probably less than, I'd say, a quarter of people are probably getting rid of their subscriptions. It's not as huge. And with some of the changes that Blizzard has done in the past and everything, I doubt they really care. They're a pretty big company, and I believe I've read online that they're about 5% owned by a Chinese company. So there's some big investments from China in there. So you could see why they banned this player and did all this, because they want the Chinese support, and I guess they don't really care about the Hong Kong support and everything. Another really important point to talk about with this is there was a college turn. I guess they were interviewing college teams or whatever, and one of the college teams, they actually held up a sign that said to boycott Blizzard. It said hashtag boycott Blizzard, and it was basically trying to raise support for the Hong Kong protest. And Blizzard actually cut away from that on the stream really quickly, which I don't think they took action against it or anything. I think it was just trying not to show it. It was visible for only a couple seconds, and then they cut to a close-up of one of the teams. So that's pretty much all there is to that from what I know of right now. I know that I've been a developer who has actually pulled out and said, you know what, I can't support these people if they're going to do stuff like this, even though I work for them. Yeah, that's basically all there is on that. I don't think anything that we do against Blizzard, any boycott or anything, is going to change anything. Just like Borderlands 3, there's this huge thing of, oh my god, there's a Borderlands 3 boycott, and it didn't change anything. People still bought the game. It didn't change anything. I doubt a large percent of people actually know why there was a boycott or what the whole situation surrounding it is. So I mean, I doubt it's going to have that big of an impact. I mean, there's a lot of people who don't look at gaming news. The only reason I know half this stuff happens is because I look it up for this. It's not because I just know and keep track of it. There's certain people who are like, oh yes, I have to know my bit of news. And then there's certain people who, like me usually, who are like, I can live without it. So yeah, there's that. Next news. Minecraft Mondays hacked. That's right. Minecraft Mondays was hacked. I believe it was some YouTube channel or whatever, and they were promoting themselves on the server and trying to leak IPs of the YouTubers on the server and everything. They started banning players, so it was funny because I think I started watching right as Technoblade got banned, because I usually watch Technoblade. That's how I started watching Minecraft Monday. That's how I found his channel, started watching his content, and so I was just kind of like, I didn't even know there was a hacker at the moment. I just knew that there was like, he just got banned, and I was like, what? And then found out there was a hacker, and everything was, oh, that makes sense. I was really confused as to what was going on. But yeah, I guess Keemstar has basically stated that like the server was running with like a very, very bad budget, like a $0 budget. So that's probably how it got hacked. It wasn't getting good enough, a good enough budget to protect it against stuff like that. So they're gonna come back in November sometime and actually do a better job at Minecraft Monday, a better budget, new sponsors, better server host. So hopefully that ends up going well. In the meantime though, there is a small Minecraft tournament going around. There was this whole thing where people were like, Keemstar, you need to have the small Minecraft channels in Minecraft Monday, which I mean, you don't want like someone like me in Minecraft Monday competing against someone like Technoblade. That doesn't make sense. Against Captain Smarkles, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I do think that Keemstar has a very bad way of responding to criticism, of attacking people online and everything. He doesn't seem to have to do a very good job of defending himself and everything half the time. He just sort of, you know, he doesn't make it look better for himself. He makes the situation look a little worse on him. Yeah. So people were like going after him for that, which it makes sense not to have small YouTube channels on Minecraft Monday. I don't think there should be. I think if a channel isn't uploading like Minecraft content, it doesn't belong on Minecraft Monday usually. I think it should be Minecraft YouTubers mainly. I mean, James Charles, that was kind of like a weird one. Ninja, just these random figures, and it just kind of throws them in to make it look like, oh, you just want other people to watch it, which I guess that's the point. But it's also like, how authentic do you want this to be? Like, then again, I don't make the rules. It's not my event. However, Minecraft Saturdays, completely different story. It's going to be channels all under 100,000 subscribers, and they're all going to have very few amount of people watching on live streams. And so it's supposed to be this very small base tournament. I have applied, so maybe I'll get in and I'll get to compete in my Minecraft Saturdays. But yeah, it'd be a pretty neat thing to be a part of, definitely. I don't know how big it's going to be, anything. They're looking for sponsors or whatever. The applications just closed last Wednesday, so this week, like 3 days ago, 4 days ago, whenever you're watching this, or whenever it was uploaded. So hopefully we'll hear back soon and get to see some Minecraft Saturday action, hopefully with me, because that'd be even epicer, gamers. Next news. Oh boy. One of my favorite games of all time, Red Dead Redemption, had a sequel, Red Dead Redemption 2. I liked the sequel 2 a lot. Really did. Rockstar Games has announced that they are going to bring Red Dead Redemption 2 to the PC. For someone like me who's sitting there and like not playing Xbox for like a month or two, how long has it been? It's been like 3 months, 2 months, 2.5 months, something in there. It's been 2 to 3 months. We'll put it like that. I haven't played Xbox or anything, so there's like a lot of games that I'm like really like itching to play. Ark, Survival Evolved, Overwatch. I definitely Red Dead Redemption 2 with all of the updates that I've seen going on. Recently we talked about how Rockstar Games, for some reason, launched this Rockstar Games launcher. And we talked about potential reason could be maybe they're launching new games from here. Games that weren't usually on PC, like Red Dead Redemption, except Red Dead Redemption 2. So you can see where this is going. It's going to be the first Red Dead Redemption game to be on the PC, which, to be fair, there's 2 of them. It's not a massive accomplishment. Though I think Red Dead Revolver is like technically like a part of like the RDR series or something somehow. I don't know. If you count that, then it's... I don't count that. I just count the 2 Red Dead Redemption games because they're actually like... Yeah, you know what I mean. Next news. Most of the news that we've actually talked about is directly related to video games. This one also directly, that was a stupid sentence from the get-go. So Epic Games is now suing people for hacking. Let me just, don't hack, please. It ruins the game. Don't do it. Don't hack, please. I know you're trying to get into those YouTube videos that people post. Don't do it. Just don't. It's not worth it. Just don't hack. Listen to me. Don't get your account banned. You paid money to play this game. Don't do it. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, basically what happens is there was this 14-year-old hacker, as most of them are. Also, funny side note, have you ever noticed that a lot of the times the hacker doesn't win? Like, sometimes they do, but a large portion of the time the hacker doesn't actually win. They just make the game a misery for everybody else, and then someone else kills them and wins. It kind of tells you something about hacking. Basically, with this 14-year-old boy, I'm assuming it's a boy, 14-year-old hacker who was selling hacks online, making money from them and everything. This kid showed these hacks on YouTube. He posted the videos on YouTube of him hacking, showing the hacks, advertising the hacks, sending them to his forum so they could pay for hacks and download them. Which, I don't know whether that's a smart move or a dumb move. It's a 14-year-old boy who's making a lot of money, but he just got sued. But yeah, don't hack. Don't do it. It's a dumb move. Don't do it. Don't hack, okay? Don't do it. God. Kids these days and their hacks. Basically, Epic Games filed a lawsuit. They ended up settling. So Epic Games made money. They basically released a statement saying that they're not in this for the money, which, to be fair, makes sense. They're Epic Games. They've got like a bunch of games that they're launching. Fortnite's, they don't even need to launch other games. Fortnite's like a multi-million-dollar game at this point. Like every 9-year-old is going to be playing it from now until like the end of time, okay? Watch my videos instead of Fortnite. Ugh. But they've done this, Epic Games has done this in the past with other hackers. They've filed lawsuits, and it's not to make money off of them. And I think also it's not really intended just to punish these people, but it's to discourage hacking. It's trying to take this really strict approach of saying, look, you're going to cheat, you're going to make this an unfair experience for other people, and you're going to encourage cheating and making this an unfair experience for other people. So we're just going to scare everybody off by suing people. And then it kind of brings in this idea of like, oh my God, I don't want to hack, I'll get sued, oh no. Which, I mean, think about it, if you think about it, like Epic Games cannot sue every single hacker in Fortnite. If every game developer has sued every hacker, there'd be a lot of like lawsuits happening daily. Like every single day someone would be getting sued by a game developer. It's just, it's not happening. But it's basically this way of saying like, look, don't sell hacks, don't hack in general, just get out of it. We want this to be a fair experience, which, to be fair, Epic Games, I haven't liked them in the past, but I think we're seeing eye to eye now. It makes sense and everything. The forums where these hacks were, by the way, were taken offline since the lawsuit is settled and everything. So it's got a pretty happy ending, except for the 14-year-old boy and like his family, or it could be a girl. The 14-year-old and their family, they didn't really have a happy ending. They had to pay off Epic Games, I guess. Yeah. So. Oh, this is an interesting development that I just read about. I remember I actually read about this like earlier today too. So there was actually a walkout at Blizzard. This is apparently turning into like a really big thing at Blizzard. The fact that I didn't think about this until now. it kind of goes with that thing of like people don't really care. It's just sort of this drama that happens that nobody really cares about in the end. It's just sort of, it happens. It doesn't, what happens at Blizzard does not directly impact my life. It does not directly impact yours. And so I think it's this thing that we just overlook and don't really care about. But employees at Blizzard actually just staged a walkout, and it's because of what's happened with this whole Hong Kong protest and the player losing his earnings and everything. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, join the Turtle Army. When you subscribe, just hit subscribe and you're in the Turtle Army automatically. Yeah, that's all it takes. You don't have to do much. Yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Find any news, put it down in the comments down below if I missed it or whatever. Maybe something's developed, put it down in the comments below. I'll see you next time. Bye!